Cheddar Bob Chudd's court hearing was a complete disaster.
Not going to be any hoopla or shenanigans from the gallery. You're going to be removed, and I'll talk about that in a second. That's a $1 million bond.
And it definitely didn't help that he had notorious racist Jake Lang there supporting him.
Sit around while you turn our children into a bunch of lovers.
Who ended up getting himself detained too.
That's when the judge ordered him to be taken into custody.
Meanwhile, even more damning details came out in court, destroying Chudd's self-defense narrative. And honestly, there's nothing better than watching racist crash outs finally face consequences for their actions. It's a good day to be black.
Charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, and employing a firearm during a dangerous felony.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
Controversial social media personality remains behind bars for now. The judge in Chud the Builder's case is keeping his $1 million bond in place. Chud, whose real name is Dalton Etherly, is charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, and employing a firearm during a dangerous felony. He was arrested last week for a shooting outside the Montgomery County Courthouse, while the victim is recovering.
All right, for the record, Mr. Etherly's now in the courtroom with...
Every time Chud walks into the courtroom escorted by a big black dude, it is so funny to me. While this proceeding was to go over Chud's bond, Jake Lang went there basically to cause disruption and make a political statement just like he does everywhere else.
Sit around while you turn our children into a bunch of lovers.
What are you guys doing here? Inviting the enemy to eat at the table with you, and they steal all your food. Your children will grow up without a place to be in because every single one of their jobs, and you saw the children that were brought up on this stage, not one of them is a heritage American. Not one of them was a Texan. Your replacement is here, Americans, and it is coming faster and faster.
While they were watching some of the new footage that shows different angles of what happened, because keep in mind, this happened outside of a courthouse. Of course, there's going to be cameras everywhere, and apparently there are up to 12 different camera angles that they now have of the incident. The footage could become a major factor as the case continues unfolding. It definitely will, because it's going to show the full scope of the altercation. While they were watching that, Jake Lang caused disruption.
Choose your justice. All right, take you into custody.
While he was being escorted out, he made a comment about a, quote, two-tiered justice system. That's when the judge ordered him to be taken into custody.
Racist people always look so confused when there are actually consequences for their actions. Like, they never expect it. Keep in mind, Jake Lang was a January 6er, so of course he's not used to facing any accountability for his actions. So, of course, the worst people ever show up to support the worst people ever, like Jake supporting Chud.
You're outside Chud the Builder's courthouse right now. The fate of the future.
Look at his fanny pack. Who is intimidated by these guys? They are all doofuses.
Future of white civilization is here. Will we allow the court system to weaponize against us, to give us two-tiered treatment, or will we stand up as heritage Americans for Chud the Builder, who's been given a raw deal? He will wait in prison for the next few months until his court case, unless we...
The future of white civilization depends on the Chud the Builder case. But when it's a white guy charged with these crimes, the justice system is unfair and they're punishing poor white people for no reason. They're all hypocrites. Jake Lang chimped out during Chud the Builder's bond hearing and got arrested. It's so crazy people are using that term against them because it never described us in the first place. The person chipping out, the person acting ignorant, like a thug, violent, was always Chud the Builder. So the fact that racists supported him antagonizing black people and accused us of being everything Chud was, it's just super weird, confusing, and hilarious now given this situation.
However, anybody on that side of the bar does not have a speaking role in any of these proceedings today. There's not going to be any hoopla or shenanigans from the gallery. You're going to be removed, and I'll talk about that in a second. That's a $1 million bond.
So after everything, his bond was actually lowered from $1.25 million to $1 million, which isn't really that much of a difference. And with the $200,000 that he waived from the Give, Send, Go fund still being unavailable to be used for this, either he's staying in jail for the full duration of his court appearances and trial, or somebody else is going to have to put up the money to get Chud out.
Today, a judge locked in a more than $1 billion bond he'd previously set. But before court wrapped up, the judge said someone online offered to pay his bond. Those details are still being worked out this afternoon.
My sponsor Dual is actively trying to bail Chud out. They have the $1 million ready to go. They are just waiting for payment instructions through their lawyers. I can't put into words how grateful I will be if they can make this happen. I'm very proud to work with Dual. That is crazy. Chud didn't do anything. He didn't add anything positive to society. He went around harassing black people and acting like he was fighting for free speech just so he could say the N-word to people's faces. And this is what people are celebrating and praying for. Insane. This tweet is on point because Chud the Builder right now should be trying to look as innocent as possible. Instead, he has other notorious racists showing up at his court hearing, making a scene, getting detained, and other people spreading misinformation about what's going on. A great way to look like you're not racist and didn't provoke an attack is to have a bunch of white supremacists show up to defend you and get escorted out in cuffs. Update in the Dalton Etherly case. Investigator says he lied about key details and what happened, which was captured on surveillance cameras, and the court said he cannot use the money he fundraised from fellow online racists to bail out. In addition to the whole interaction being caught on camera, witnesses actually saying what happened, Chud the Builder's initial story of what happened
started wailing on me even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He's still wailing on me.
What's your weapon at?
They have everything.
It's basically being exposed as lies to try to get him a self-defense claim by the investigators, by cameras, by witnesses. What also got revealed in court is how dangerous Chud the Builder really is. Investigators searched Etherly's truck and his home. They found an airline ticket to Istanbul dated for a May 22nd departure, which definitely seems interesting considering how he was already spiraling, how he was already tweeting about the finale for this whole thing being killing a black person, and just how things were kind of going down the drain for him.
Can't even, like, my whole family doesn't even fuck with me, bro. Someone killed my dog. Who's helping me?
They also found a bulletproof vest, a rifle, a shotgun, ammunition, and suspected bag of marijuana. Now, none of this is illegal, not even a bulletproof vest, but it definitely does give a narrative on Chud the Builder that he was a racist crash out getting ready to crash out. Weber noted that no mace was found at the scene, in the truck, or his home. A mobile forensics investigator showed the court inflammatory racist videos, which you can just go online and see anywhere. There's a million clips on X with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views of Chud the Builder instigating incidents with black people, antagonizing, harassing, and then threatening. And social media posts made in weeks leading up to the shooting. One highlighted a post from early May that stated Etherly would use lethal force to defend himself and walk away free.
We're in America, bro. They want to threaten your life. You take theirs. You put them on the ground, and you go live on Kick. You say, look at this dumb laying dead on the ground.
Holy shit, bro. Dude,
that's how you
I'm
go.
not gonna lie,
that's how you go viral. You'll get double the followers
yeah,
you got.
I guess. To go viral. Like, I don't think that's spreading a great message.
Yeah,
like,
I don't want to have to kill them, but if they threaten your life, dude, you do it. You gotta stand up for your own. What do you back down? You say, oh no.
They're just kind of promoting division in the world, though, right? Like, two wrongs don't make it right, you know?
No, because it teaches them. No, it goes back to not lying to them. It teaches them the truth. That they have no power over you as a man simply because your skin's lighter than theirs.
He was more concerned with going viral for inciting an incident and then killing a black person and an altercation that he started than he was with any of the consequences he's now facing. And I hope they play this video in court. Probably the worst thing for Chud is even if he does make bail, even if one of these racist people or companies put up the money to get Chud out, he won't have a livelihood as he's gonna be under a gag order.
It's supposed to have a gag order on the defendant should he make bond, and I guess even while he's in the jail and has his, I don't know, iPad or whatever, but he cannot live stream, post, or anything that indirectly or directly encompasses these offenses.
He won't be able to live stream. He won't be able to do interviews or make social media posts or appearances. He won't be able to profit off harassing and threatening black people, which is really all he had, because he doesn't have a personality to live stream or make content other than crashing out and harassing black people. So that little money he made in his little GoFundMe, if he did get out, would be absolutely no good to him, because what he really wants more than anything else is fame and notoriety. If Chud makes bail, he will have an internet gag order and he can't stream on social media. I think that's how we all feel. Full breakdown, today's bond hearing from Chud the Builder. Notes of interest. Dalton lied about reaching for mace when he actually reached for his gun. There was no mace found anywhere at the scene, on Dalton, or in his vehicle. The mace was confiscated during his Nashville arrest. Fox was there for a child support hearing, which directly disputes misinformation about Fox searching for Dalton, which again Chud started. Dalton walked away and Fox approached him, and Dalton turned around in a bladed stance. A bladed stance is just the craziest way to put that. And reached for his gun in his jacket pocket. The physical altercation happened then. Fox did not physically attack Dalton first, again disputing misinformation spread on this app. And from Chud the Builder, so what he said on the scene when he was arrested. Chud is cooked. We all know that. We already knew that. But it just seems like things keep getting worse and worse for him. Even if some racist person or company pays his $1 million bond, which is just insane, he won't be able to benefit off his image or this racist name he made for himself. And it seems like, at least for right now, he's going to be sitting behind bars and taking orders from black people until we finally see just how cooked he is. But he's pretty cooked at this point. But shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for supporting it. Thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.